Hello everyone and welcome to the subject data communication. Today's topic of our tutorial is multiplexing and its techniques. So let's start with our tutorial. First we will see what is multiplexing. A multiplexing is a technique which is used to combine and send multiple data streams over a single medium. The process of combining the data streams is known as multiplexing, and the hardware used for performing this technique is known as multiplexer. Multiplexing is basically achieved by using a device called multiplexer that combines n input lines to generate a single output line. Multiplexing follows many to one approach, that is n input lines and single output line. Demultiplexing, which is the opposite process of multiplexing, is achieved by using a device called demultiplexer available at the receiving end. The main task of demultiplexer is to separate a signal into its component signals, which is coming from multiplexer. Therefore, we can say that demultiplexing follows one to many approach. So, why we need multiplexing? Whenever you are going to transmit some data from one location to another location in networking, the transmission medium is used to send the signals. The medium can only have one signal at a time. If there are multiple signals to share one medium, then the medium must be divided in such a way that each signal is given some portion of the available bandwidth. For example, if there are 10 signals and bandwidth of medium is 100 units, then 10 units is shared by each signal. When multiple signals share the common medium, there is a possibility of collision. Multiplexing concept is used to avoid such collision. This diagram explains the concept of multiplexing. Here we can see at one end there is a multiplexer installed, and at the receiving end the demultiplexer is used. The multiplexer is accepting multiple inputs and generating a single output. That single output is transmitted over a single link using multiple channels to the demultiplexer. The demultiplexer accepts the single inputs, generates the appropriate outputs through the demultiplexer unit, and transfers them to particular channels. So this is the basic concept of multiplexing. Now let's see the types of multiplexing. Before that, we will see the advantages of using the multiplexing techniques. The advantages are more than one signal can be sent over a single medium, and the bandwidth of a medium can be utilized effectively. So these are the multiplexing techniques available. The first one is frequency division multiplexing. Second one is wavelength division multiplexing. And the third one is time division multiplexing, which is again divided into two types, synchronous and asynchronous. So today we will focus on frequency division multiplexing and wavelength division multiplexing, and we will need a separate tutorial for time division multiplexing. So let's start with these two concepts. First is frequency division multiplexing, or we can call it as FDM. This technique is basically analog technique in which the available bandwidth of a signal transmission medium is subdivided into several channels. In the above diagram, a single transmission medium is subdivided into several frequency channels, and each frequency channel is given to different devices. Device 1 has a frequency channel of range from 1 to 5. The input signals are translated into frequency bands by using modulation techniques, and they are combined by a multiplexer to form a composite signal. The main aim of this technique is to subdivide the available bandwidth into different frequency channels and allocate them to different devices. Using the modulation technique, the input signals are transmitted into frequency bands and then combined to form a composite signal. This technique is mainly used in radio broadcasting and TV networks. So let's see the second technique, which is known as wavelength division multiplexing. So this technique is same as frequency division multiplexing, except that the optical signals are transmitted through the fiber optic cable. So basically this technique is very well suitable for fiber optic signals. It is used in the fiber optic cable to increase the capacity of a single fiber. It is also used to utilize the higher data rate capability of this fiber optic cable. It is also analog technique, but it is suitable for fiber optic cables. The optical signals from different sources are combined to form a wider band of light with the help of multiplexer. At the receiving end, demultiplexer separates the signals to transmit them to their respective destinations. Multiplexing and demultiplexing can be achieved by using a prism. The prism can perform a role of multiplexer by combining various optical signals to form a composite signal, and the composite signal is transmitted through a fiber optic cable. The prism also performs a reverse operation. This diagram shows the working of wavelength division multiplexing and the working of prism. The advantages of this technique is that it is having full duplex transmission. It is easy to configure. The optical components are similar and more reliable. It provides higher bandwidth and it provides high security. The disadvantages of using this technique is that the signals cannot be very close and light wave carrying WDM are limited to 2-point circuit. So to summarize this tutorial, we have seen what is a multiplexing, why this multiplexing technique is important in networking while transmitting the data. There are three different techniques of multiplexing: FDM, WDM and TDM, in from which we have seen two techniques, that is frequency division multiplexing and wavelength division multiplexing. Both are analog techniques. FDM is suitable for all the type of signals. WDM is basically very much suitable and created for fiber optic cables. Hope you will find this tutorial helpful.